Hey everyone, I'll have a regular CityNerd video later this week, but today I'm doing something different. A special one-off, just to deal with recent viewer comments. So let's get into it. From Ryan Wilkinson, Q&A video, done. Hey, why are you such a city nerd? I mean, are you looking for an origin story? Because I can give you an origin story. Talk about bike infrastructure. It's coming. Do a vid for MLB stadiums. That's coming too, but I don't know, maybe when pitchers and catchers report. Chalk up another comment to would love your thoughts on Climate Pledge Arena. You know, judging by what YouTube is telling me about this channel's demographics, let's just say I was going to Sonics games at Seattle Center Coliseum like 5 renovations ago, when you all were not even a twinkle in your parents' eyes. And my thoughts are, number one, can we accelerate planning and design for the link line to Queen Anne and Ballard so I can see it while I'm still alive? And number two, Rapid Ride is not BRT. Do a video on Stade Louis II. You know, if I thought it would make a viable YouTube channel, I would make videos on stadiums and arenas like every week. And Stade Louis II is super cool. So I'll probably have to just invent a topic where it ranks in the top 10. If you haven't seen it, Google it. For Atlanta, you're definitely gonna walk east to CNN Center Station. I'm from Atlanta Metro, and definitely take the CNN World Congress Center Station. I use Vine City Station for Falcons games. Vine City is much closer to Mercedes-Benz, but Chuck says the ATL Dome MARTA station is actually underneath the stadium. You know, I love that this channel is a place for people to have civil disagreements about the burning issues of our day. Hey everyone, I do have a Twitter and an Instagram, same handle, so you have even more avenues to get at me with your amazing comments. Always funny listening to you explain your methodology. I love the topics you cover, but I don't need to hear that level of detail up front about the criteria and the caveats. This is actually something I've thought a lot about ever since the first video I made. How much discussion and explanation do you need up front? I mean, I want to give you enough so that you understand my thinking and that my top 10 lists make sense, but not so much that it's boring and you're gonna tune out. So let me know down in the comments if you think I'm hitting the mark or not, because you know, the nature of comments, whether it's comments you get on YouTube videos or public comments at like a city planning commission, is you hear from people who want to see something change, but you don't hear from people who just like things the way they are. Are you City Beautiful Channel's dad? I actually had trouble processing this one. Like, am I literally the biological father of Dave Amos, host of the immeasurably more successful City Beautiful YouTube channel? Is that it? I mean, if so, that's a totally ridiculous question that I'm not gonna dignify with a serious answer. At least, not without a doctor-approved paternity test. Interesting video. I avoided your videos in the past because I hate top 10 lists with a passion, but covering single topic a little more in depth shows what you are capable of. I'll look out for more videos, but I still won't click on any top 10 list. You know, what I hate are top 10 lists that are things I could have just looked up on the internet myself. My top 10 lists, on the other hand, are awesome. Anyway, my analytics are telling me that my top 10 playlist is my most popular playlist, even more popular than the one that's literally called Popular Uploads, which YouTube auto-generates. So yeah, I think I'll keep making top 10 lists. Hey, between making videos and having to read all your brilliant comments, it's been hard for me to fit in time for reading while I'm out on sabbatical, which is something I normally really enjoy. But curveball, I did just finish a novel I want to recommend. It's Subdivision by J. Robert Lennon, and I just enjoyed it immensely. And it's a book where it's hard to even describe it without spoiling it. The enjoyment is really just in letting it unfold and reveal itself to you. But it does have kind of an urbanist angle or vibe to it. I mean, it's called Subdivision. So I put an Amazon link down in the description, which if you use it, it'll help my channel. It'll help J. Robert Lennon, who wrote what I think is just a really entertaining, inventive book. Or honestly, just go buy it at your local brick and mortar indie bookstore. That would probably actually align with the goals of this channel better. Okay, next. Best channel on YouTube. I wish I was smart enough to make requests/recommendations, but some things are best left to the professionals. If it was all up to me, this channel would just be wall-to-wall aqueducts and ricotta's. So be careful what you wish for. It's pronounced like this, CityNerd, not how you pronounced it. My opinion on the Loop? They're stupid, they're a waste of money, and they're set up in an effort to maintain class and by extension racial segregation in transportation, as you hinted at. A single bus would move easily 5 times the people at a fraction of the cost, so this isn't about practicality. I actually don't have anything to add to that. Oh, and special shout out to viewer Rock Worst, who took time out of his or her day to spam the comments section of my tunnels video with like copy pasta that looks like it's straight out of a Boring Company press release. Congratulations to everyone who didn't get baited into a discussion about whether a special tunnel for taxis is higher capacity than a tunnel that carries trains that have like 2,000 people in them every 2 minutes. I mean, the math on this isn't difficult, but I guess Upton Sinclair said it best. It is difficult to get a man to understand something when his salary depends on his not understanding it. Or replace salary with stock portfolio. Comes out about the same. This guy reminds me of Colin Robinson from What We Do in the Shadows. And I mean that in the best way possible. I don't watch that show or any vampire shows, so I don't know who that is. Other viewers have said I look like Norm Macdonald. Really? Some boxing trainer? A combination of 2 guys, one of my viewers knows, and apparently Dave Amos, host of the immeasurably more successful City Beautiful YouTube channel. You know, people used to tell me I looked like Paul Rudd, but then my hair turned gray and his didn't. The world is a harsh and unforgiving place, people. Get used to it. Do the world a favor and never change, CityNerd. I appreciate that, but don't get attached. You know, if you ask the Buddhists, impermanence is central to the human condition. I mean, I'm not telling you to ask the Buddhists, it's just something to keep in mind. Hey everyone, in all seriousness, your comments and questions mean a lot to me. They definitely help make the channel better. I do read them, I just don't necessarily have time to respond to them all individually. So let me know if this format worked for you. Keep the questions and comments coming, and I'll see you again later this week with an actual topic.